lot of us were looking forward to the next improvement of the current Nintendo Switch, and we was hoping that, okay, it's not a bad console and whatnot, even when you take it out. It's not a bad console. I mean, I've owned one for the past month, and it's pretty decent. I like it. There can be some changes. I mean, getting rid of these bezels, like make it wider so that way you had more of the screen. The Joy-Cons, I mean, I don't use them. I just use a Pro Controller because these things are small and I got big hands, so that's that. And I believe the display of this is like at 720p. Okay, fine. And I'm guessing maybe at 60 hertz. Okay, fine, whatever. And then of course when you have it docked, you display it on the TV. I believe it can go up to 1080 60 for certain games. I know for Smash it's at 1080 60. And of course back here you got the AC adapter, the USB, and the HDMI out. And on over here you have, the two USB sockets. So, I mean, not bad or whatnot, but can it be better? Absolutely. And today, news have broke out that the next Nintendo Switch, the one that's going to be, or supposedly be a lot better than this current one, well, it's another disappointment. It's literally a waste of money because Nintendo announces Nintendo Switch OLED model with a vibrant 7-inch OLED screen launching October 8th. Gonna go ahead down and read this for you guys. And let me go ahead and give that a nice, beautiful zoom. The Nintendo Switch family of systems, and yes, they're still doing fireworks at this time of night when it's not July 4th, so you'll be hearing that in the background. Nintendo Switch family of systems is about to gain a new member on October 8th. Nintendo Switch OLED model will launch at a suggested retail price of $350, giving people another option on how they want to play the vast library of games on Nintendo Switch. Click here to view the video announcing a new system. The Nintendo Switch OLED model has a similar overall size to the Nintendo Switch system, but a larger, vibrant 7-inch OLED screen with vibrant colors, crisp contrast. Nintendo Switch OLED model also features a wide adjustable stand for tabletop mode, a new dock with a wired LAN port, 64 gigs of internal storage, and enhanced audio for handheld tabletop play. Just like the Nintendo Switch OLED model allows players to play on the TV and share the detachable Joy-Con controllers for right out the box multiplayer fun. And just like both Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch Lite, with a Nintendo Switch OLED model, the system can be taken on the go to enjoy its play anywhere versatility. A carrying case and screen protector set for Nintendo Switch OLED model will also be available. My phone is OLED. My monitor is OLED. Why? Like, I really want to know from people who own Nintendo Switches, like myself, or at least owned one for over a year or so, and have been actively playing on it because I barely touch my Nintendo Switch. I use it for Smash tournaments. But honestly, I want to know y'all thoughts. Do y'all even care for an OLED model? Like, do you play your game either on the go or no? Better yet, let me word this better. Let me word this in a better way. For those that do play actively and regularly on their Nintendo Switch, while it is not docked, do you care for an OLED screen? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I wouldn't buy that new model. Like, fuck that. So no update to the visuals. At least if I have it docked, can I at least play at a higher resolution or a higher frame rate for certain games? No. Or at least have the model like this at a higher refresh rate, because hell, you have phones that can do 120 hertz refresh rate. Can we get that on the Switch? Maybe 75. I know maybe 120 and 144 hertz is way too much and it's pushing it, but maybe 75 instead of the casual 60 that many people are currently playing on. Maybe 75 for the most part, because at least that would have justified it. And if you look back at the Nintendo Switch OLED, which I'm gonna show you guys back again, like, look at the bezels. Like, I would eliminate as much bezels as possible. Like, all that black space, I would just completely get rid of it. Like, completely. You look at the current Nintendo Switch, and you can see the bezels. Like, you can literally see the bezels and whatnot, which makes the screen a little smaller. So, pretty much all they do is just, alright, we'll just take away a good chunk, well, not too much, and make it 7 inches and just call it a day. No. And then, going to Twitter, you know, our favorite cesspool of degeneracy. There's more information about it. Nintendo Switch OLED model with wide adjustable stand can be set to your preferred viewing angle for comfortable gameplay in tabletop mode. Like, y'all care about this stuff? Let me zoom in. Ooh, yeah, it's way too in. Like, do y'all care about this? I just want to know. Like, I really want to know y'all thoughts. And then scrolling down, did you notice the new dock? It features 2 USB ports, HDMI port for connecting to a TV, and a new wired LAN port, allowing you to play another way to connect online when playing in TV mode. Yeah, you see that LAN port right there? So they pretty much just said, hey, you know what? We're gonna add the LAN mode, because instead of you guys buying this shit like I did and like many other people did if they want to play online, we're gonna go ahead and install it here, but the sacrifice is getting rid of the USB port. We're gonna get rid of that. Like, honestly, like, this shit should have been in the Switch since day one. A better screen should have been in the Switch since day one. 64 gigs of internal storage should have been in the Switch since day one. Day one! Not, like, this is not an upgrade. I'm sorry, this is not an upgrade. It's more of just, oh, here's an OLED. Even though, here's an OLED screen, we're gonna take away the USB port in exchange for, now you can have a wired LAN port inside your Switch that should have been in the damn console since day one. Like, you got space here on the Switch. You could have just added it here, you know? Or made this a little bit big enough to the point where, okay, you have a USB AC adapter and now your little LAN port. Like, bruh, the Wii U didn't have one. The Wii didn't have one. And I know on the GameCube, of course, you can play games online with the GameCube, but you need some accessories to pull that shit off. And only very few games were only able to allow you to play online. So that's that. The Wii, Wi-Fi only. Wii U, Wi-Fi only. But you look at the other consoles, they already had a friggin'... They already had this built inside. Hell, the PlayStation 2 had one. The slim one had one built inside. The slim, yes. Oh, my goodness. Nintendo. It's like, I appreciate the innovation. Like, this is very innovative. I'm not going front. This is very innovative, and the fact that you can just detach the Joy-Cons, pass it to people, or play it by yourself or whatnot. Yeah, play by yourself. And just have a good time. The puns, whatever. Cool, I like that. That's awesome. But man, if you really want enthusiasts to go after this console day one and just sweep up the market, like, you gotta give something better than what you're offering. Like, this ain't it. Like, as I said, a better refresh rate, higher resolution, off, like 1080p higher resolution while it's in hand, when you're playing in handheld, and when you have it docked, maybe up to 4K. Not 4K native, but maybe certain few games can play at a 4K resolution with a much higher performance. Maybe. I know I'm asking a lot, But come on, like this is not an upgrade, bro. Like it's not. 64 gigs of storage, like that should have been day one. Like all these features should have been there day one. Like these are nothing but day one features. Like hell, if you announce this Switch day one, like before you even came out with this, right? And you announced that day one, I guarantee you a lot of people would be so hyped to get it. Because they know that, all right, if they're going to release another version, it's going to be way better than what's currently out right now. This is still better. Like, no change of resolution, no change of refresh rate. They put this inside of here while at the same time getting rid of the third USB port. So, Smash players, you're just going to have to, hey, y'all just got to figure it out. Y'all going to have to get one of those USB hubs just to make it work. But yeah, man, this was just a bare minimum effort. Bare minimum. It'll sell, but not as much as a lot of people would think it would sell. Like, you'd have to be a really, really diehard Nintendo enthusiast to cop something like that, because your average console gamers or even console enthusiasts like myself who, you know, buy consoles and whatnot, we want the best, you know. Like, I have the PS4 Pro. I already know they're gonna have like another version of the PS5 that's gonna be a little bit better than the current one. So yeah, we want something that goes a little bit up the average norm, just a little bit up, not all the way up. I mean, that would be nice, but just a little bit up, like a tier above. Like, this isn't a tier above. It's like still there, you know, just like still there. So that's my thoughts. Y'all let me know in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on this? Are you picking up the Nintendo Switch OLED? I want to hear your thoughts, man. Anyway, guys, until next time, and as always, stay classy.